Hey there, welcome back to Working Aussies Homestead. I'm Jordan, and today we are going to review our March budget. I know we're a few days into April already, but it's been a little crazy around here, hence the lack of videos. But I'm excited to go over how March went for us, what the budget looks like, and then plan for April with you guys. Let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is go into my EveryDollar budgeting app. It's going to automatically ask me if I'm ready to make April. Not quite yet, because we're going to review March. So we're going to scroll to the top, tap on March. Alright, so our income for the month was definitely high like we expected, but we had a variety of different income sources that helped with that. We found some amazing homes for the remaining puppies that we had. They all went to their new homes, except for one that is staying with us until May 1st. It just was a wild, crazy month. We did a lot this month. That is reflected in here. We did have our 2 Yoga with Puppies events. We also went to a vendor fair and sold some products. And then we sold chicks and I went back to Red Robin. So that is all in here for the month of March. Our bills, of course, were the same. However, we did go over on groceries. We did spend $339.44 on groceries instead of our $250 initially planned. Gas, we also went way over because we went more places and gas got a little bit more expensive. So $410.22. Another blessing was my parents gifted us their Suburban, which is awesome because they ended up going and purchasing a newer one. So we were gifted their 2001 Chevy Suburban, and it's been fun to drive. However, it has a much larger gas tank, which takes a lot more gas, which is more expensive. So that is reflected in our gas budget here. Going down, we did spend a little bit more in feed, but we added a few more animals. I know, craziness, I'm sure. It's just been one of those times of the year where we are able to reflect and we're able to sit down and look at the year as a whole and decide, okay, do we need to make some different choices? Do we need to add something to the homestead? You know, let's make a game plan for that. So we did go ahead and we purchased a smaller batch of meat birds, 25 of them. And we bought them from a local guy. I know a lot of hatcheries are out. So we bought some from a local guy, and then we also have some chicks in our brooder box, and we've been hatching out chicks from our own flock, which is super exciting. And I'm really excited because my turkey started laying. So I have some turkey eggs in the incubator as well. But all that to say, we did add some more animals to the homestead. So that's reflected in the feed bill. So we have the feed bill, we have all of our regular expenses there, doTERRA. We did spend less at the vet visit and less in the puppy packs. So that is reflected here in our budget. I believe we had $400 for the vet visit and like $450 for puppy packs. So that is nice. So we did save a little bit there. Gym, of course, health insurance, and then the loan. So we still had $8,978.79 that went into a separate account. Another crazy thing we did this month is we did finish setting up our LLC for Working Aussies Homestead. We also transferred over to a new bank. And we've just been dealing with a few other stressors that come along with owning a business. So, all that to say, it was a wild, crazy month. We did a lot this month, including adding fences to both of our gardens. So that is in there too. All right, we're gonna go ahead and dive into April. Let's get this month started. If you are new to EveryDollar, please go down in the description. I'm going to leave a link to EveryDollar.com. Go check it out for yourself. It's a free budgeting source And it's super easy to use. You can have it on your phone, you can use it on a desktop. We love it because while we're out and about, we can go ahead and put a transaction in directly. So go check it out. But we're gonna go dive into April. It's gonna copy and paste everything over from the previous month. So I am going to change this here. We're gonna do a goal of 300. So Josh is going back to work just 2 days a week. So that is gonna be in here. And we are going to get 1,400 on puppies. Boarding, we are getting 700 because we are boarding 2 puppies this month for the whole month, which is nice. Whoop, not that one. I'm going to take out yoga. We're going to take out the vendor fare. I'm going to change chick sale to working Aussies Homestead, and we're going to have the goal be $100. All right, and then Red Robin, I'm going to have my goal be $1,600 for the month. So let's go on down. Our mortgage payment is the same. Water is the same. Natural gas is the same. Our electricity is less, which is nice. It's going to be $208.96. All right, trash is going to be $42. Phone is the same, storage unit's the same, internet's the same. Groceries, we're going to do $200. I'm going to focus on some more meal planning. And the nice thing is we have the garden going, so we've been able to start harvesting out of the garden already, which is great. I love it. We have some celery in the back in one of the boxes that is finally starting to produce some nice big stalks. So I've been pulling off of that and using that celery in some recipes. For gas, we're gonna do $500. All right, insurance is still gonna be the same. We're gonna tag this as maintenance. So the truck needs some maintenance, so that's just going to be $25 for oil, since Josh does the oil change himself, which is nice. All right, feed, we're going to keep at $200. Adobe's the same, Real Dog Box, doTERRA. Let's see, I'm just going to change this to $150. All right, dog and cat food is going to be the same. Let's see. All right, I'm going to take puppy packs out. However, this vet visit, so we are going to take our adult dogs in for their shots. And of course, it's going to be a little bit more. So it's going to be $987. So that is in there at least and accounted for. Okay, the gym is in here. Health insurance. I am going to add something else. Scout has a doctor's appointment next week, and that is going to be $190 because although we have insurance, we have not yet met the deductible, so we do have to pay that $190 out of pocket at this point in time. All right, and then this is going to be $510.88. All right. So, there we have it. All right, my friends, for the month of April, we are currently looking at over $2,653.30 over budget. However, our income can change. If you are not new here and you're familiar, that's usually what happens. And we truly appreciate this life that we've been given, this land that we've been given to steward, and we know that God's got us. And I know that sounds silly, but that's where we do have to have faith, and we have faith that it's all going to work out, it's all going to be okay. Now, I do want to talk about something a little bit more personal. Obviously, you guys have not seen me for a few weeks if you only follow us on YouTube. We have been active on our other social media platforms, but it's really hard sometimes to just sit down and edit videos, especially with a baby who is almost 4 months old. I don't know where the time has gone, but it's a little bit more difficult. And it's especially more difficult when we have certain factors in our life that are extremely stressful. We did have a client that was unhappy with our practices with our puppies, and so we've been dealing with some stress from that, as she's gone to the Better Business Bureau, she's gone to the Department of Justice Consumer Complaint section. So it's a little bit stressful, and it's a little bit hard on my heart, especially when I'm already dealing with a little bit of postpartum depression. That's not something that I'm used to dealing with. I have always been a cup half full kind of person, and so having this depression in my life is tough. But I do know that those voices that come up in my head are not my own. It's made life a little bit more stressful, and having to deal with everything going on with this client on top of everything else we have going on, it's been a lot. And so that's why you haven't seen any videos. I've got 2 videos that I've edited and just haven't posted them, and so I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you guys kind of being out of the loop of what's going on in our life. I have made a plan to work through that, and I want to get back into putting out at least 1 video a week for you guys and holding myself accountable to that. There's just a lot going on in the background, and so I figured that this would be a good video to also catch you guys up on what's going on. So we put a fence around the herb garden over by the barn. We put this beautiful fence up around our large garden. I found this adorable patio set, antique metal wrought iron table and chairs, and Josh built a patio for it yesterday here in the garden so that we can sit and have coffee or eat, which is nice. We've already had a few meals on it, and we just picked it up 2 days ago. But it's a lot going on. We've been trying to get the fence taken care of. We've trying to get the garden up and going. It's transplanting season. We added some more meat chicks, so we just put them out on grass. We just had rabbits born this morning. And so there's a lot of moving pieces in our world. And some exciting news, we're going to be on TV later this month. If you have it, it will be on the Pursuit channel, but we are in one of the episodes from Unleashed Canines, which is actually a TV series directed and put out by Kinetic, which is the brand of dog food that we feed our dogs. So if you're interested in finding a good dog food for your dogs, if they're active or not, this company does not sacrifice ingredients based on price, which is something we love because then there's no issues digestive wise. But we love it. We've been feeding it for 4 years now. I will leave a link down in the description below to their website. You can find it on chewy.com, or you can actually find it in a lot of Tractor Supply stores. So feel free to check it out. But that is something that has been in the works. They came out and filmed at the end of January, and they're just now getting that finished and put on the schedule to air sometime this month. And after it airs on TV, it's actually going to be then available on Roku and Fire. So I'll be sure to link those in the next video I put out here so that you guys can go and watch it if you'd like. It is all about our working dogs and how they do their job here on the homestead. Finn is pretty much the star of the show, but Ray and Joy are in there as well. So I'm excited to share that. Let's see, what else is new? Man, it's just always a lot. So we're a part of 2 mastermind classes. One is a farmer mastermind class that we meet once a month up in Pleasant Garden, North Carolina. And then the other one is a Homestead mastermind class, which is where we meet virtually twice a month, every 2 weeks or so. And we have loved being a part of these mastermind classes because it really holds us accountable, and it also helps us stay focused on our goals. So every month we've been trying to set a reasonable goal that we can both financially and time-wise accomplish. And it's been really nice to have those classes where we're held accountable for those goals and knocking them out. So like that really pushed us to get the fence done last month, because that was our goal for the month, was to put up a perimeter fence around our gardens, and we did it. And it's so exciting because we're able to just keep pushing forward, and it kind of forces us to get creative when we're in a tough financial spot to get the job done, so that we can go ahead and keep accomplishing those goals and keep building this homestead. You know, that's the thing when you homestead, is it's a never-ending process. There's always something. There's always babies to be born. There's always something to plant, something to harvest, something to preserve. And as exhausting as that sounds, it's so rewarding. I did just want to take that time to be real and honest and open with you guys. We appreciate you. Now, I will also put in here, so my goal for April, since we'll be on TV, is I've been working on updating our websites. So I do have them down right now. I have them as unpublished, as I've been working on some really big upgrades. Once I do get those upgraded, I will put the links, and I would love some critiques and some feedback on what you think about the updates to both of our websites. That in itself is a whole nother thing. That's basically a whole nother job, but it's been fun. I enjoy the website work. I'm really excited. I'm making sure to add in a lot more content. I'm making sure to add in a lot more information that people can actually use as a resource. I know that a lot of websites, ours was very broad and generic and didn't have a lot of details, and so I'm wanting to make sure I incorporate those, including a lot of the photos that we've taken of different butchering events that we've held, and you know what our homestead really looks like here when it comes to our animals and the garden and different methods that we use. So I'm excited to share that, and I will definitely keep you guys in the loop when I get that published, so that you can go check it out and give me some feedback. I'd appreciate it. But in the meantime, that is what we're looking at for the month. I really need to get my butt in gear about this puppy video series that I have been talking about and planning for at least 4 months, and I have not started it yet. I need to get it done. So I'm trying to hold myself accountable by telling you here, so that you can say, oh, hey Jordan, how's that puppy video series going? And I can say, oh yeah, I need to work on that this week. So I'm going to start working on that. I'm going to get back into the swing of posting a video every week. Again, I've been struggling a bit with some postpartum depression and just trying to figure out the new groove of life with a couple-month-old, along with all the stresses that life has, and going back to work. So bear with me, but I would appreciate just you checking in, leaving a comment down below, sending us an email, send us a message. Just check in. We'd appreciate that. I hope you are doing well. If you have anything that we can pray for, go ahead, leave it down in the comments below. We appreciate it as always. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next time.